would say we were good together. I would say we had fun.
Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you are here for the very first time, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Also remember to hit the like and share button, as those are very, very helpful in ensuring that we reach a wider audience. During the month of June, I have decided to do back-to-back videos rating my collection, starting with the Middle Eastern fragrances, from 10 being the worst to 1, of course, being the best. So we're going to start with the house of Lattafa, simply because Lattafa is one of the brands that I talk about a lot here. And disclaimer, guys, the fragrances are subjective. What I might like, you might not like. Okay, what I might hate, you might like. So at the end of the day, do not take this to heart. I did a huge declutter. Some I actually regret decluttering. I'm probably going to buy some back. But there was a time where I thought, okay, I'm just going to declutter a lot, right? So the very first one from the house of Lattafa, sitting at position number 10, not 10 being the best, but 10 being the worst, okay, to me, a fragrance that I will not be bringing to my collection again because I had it in full size. It's going to be Shaheen Gold. To me, this one is too happy in what it's doing, to a point of screechy. Even heady, I do not enjoy this fragrance. I had it in full size, decluttered it for that reason. Remember, we're not reviewing because we might take forever. So if I'm moving fast, it's for the purposes of making sure that I finish this video fast. Next one is going to be Ajwad. This was going to probably come as a surprise to some people because I think I was one of the first, if not the first person, to talk about Ajwad when it was released on YouTube. And that video speaks for itself because there's over 50,000 views on that video. I loved this fragrance when I got it, right? It is sort of like a Middle Eastern interpretation or rendition of that Roses Vanille by Mansera. I wouldn't even say it's a clone because as it matures, it turns into something else. It doesn't go bad. This is not a fragrance that went bad. It's just a fragrance that ended up being unwearable to me in the screechiness, right? And I was thinking, what happened to this fragrance? So for me, Ajwa did not macerate to a nice rendition of itself. It macerated to something that was not wearable to my nose. So this one as well takes that number 10 spot. Guys, if I'm talking with my lip almost pulled down or making sure that I'm not lifting my upper lip, is because I got a teeth situation going on. Went to the dentist, got my teeth sorted 2 or 3 months ago. All my front teeth, and it looks like the jaw did not take to that kindly, and one of my teeth fell. So we're in the process of trying to fix that. All right, so some of the fragrances I'm going to mention here are not here because, of course, if I say I don't like a fragrance, there's a likelihood that perhaps I would have decluttered it, right? So this I love. The one I want to talk about as a fragrance that's not going to come back to my collection is the red one, okay? This is the Opulent Musk. The red one is Opulent Red. That's a combination of grease, tar, diesel oil to my nose. That's what I get. Ink, smoke. That is what I get in a bottle. Then woods, right? And turning out to be a perfume. So if it's something that other people enjoy, I personally did not enjoy. So definitely decluttered that one. Another one now. This one, despite having a lot of views on my channel, I didn't like it, from the onset. And I'm going to leave it at perhaps I got a bad bottle. Yara Moi. I'm just showing you Yara so that you have a visual representation of the fragrance I'm talking about. Yara Moi is supposed to be Lattafa's interpretation to Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. Not for me. Never again. Will not miss that fragrance. Last one I'm going to put at number 10 as a fragrance that did not work for me despite me trying because of the note combination is Ajaib, the black one. Okay, I'm going to show you Ajaib, the white one, for reference sake. The black one didn't work for me, guys. I tried. I had a couple of people come to my comment section saying, give it time, wear it in winter, do this. I did all that, okay? It kept on changing. It was a fragrance that was inconsistent to me, where there was like a push and pull and a clash of notes in the midday where I was not like, what exactly is happening with this fragrance? So tried it, until I had to let it go. So I'm going to leave it at that as, you know, the 10 worst within my collection. Some obviously are not going to be here, and they were decluttered. On the number 9 spot, I'm going to put the Kingdom, and this is for her. Nothing wrong with this fragrance, but it just feels like one of those fragrances that Lattafa made for the sake of making a fragrance. I can see how this is a crowd puller to some people because of how simplistic it is. It's just an easy, simple fragrance. I think this one incorporates fruits and florals, but to me it does absolutely nothing. I have given this one multiple chances. What this one smells like to me just smells like the mall. If you walked into the mall and then you went into a perfume store, that's how a perfume store smells like. So it's a fragrance that's in my collection. I'm kind of keeping it because we have Alda al-Magnoon. All right, this is also from the house of Lattafa. They probably don't make this one anymore. This is a citrus floral scent. Some people say this is Lattafa's interpretation of Creed Aventus for her. Okay, nothing wrong with this fragrance. I also raved about it, but it's just sitting there. I've had this fragrance now for maybe it's going on 8 years. It's not a bad profile, but it's not memorable. So I put it at number 9 because before I get into the next one, we have a sale for Proud Mary right now as we speak. You can get it for $99 for this period up to end of day Monday. So try to grab yourself 120 ml straight dip of our Proud Mary. It's a fruity floral, and it's my creation. We also have our second fragrance, Numero 2. Numero 2 is 100 ml, goes for $89, and you can also buy them as a combo. So take advantage of the sale, guys. Grab yourself a bottle. If you've been wondering what this fragrance is all about, also give us feedback on what you think about the perfume once you get it, because we are now on Fragrantica. Another one that takes the number 9 spot is going to be this one. Okay, this is Velvet Oud, and this I'm going to put in a cluster with some of the fragrances that were actually my induction into the brand Lattafa, which is Oud Mood, Oud Reminiscent. Well, Reminiscent was nice. I had multiples of them actually. This one as well I had multiples of. But it was after I went into this journey of trying out how other ouds are presented by certain brands that I realized that no, this is not for me. Okay, very long lasting. You would be smelt till the next generation. That's how this one vibes. Even your yard is going to smell of this. That's how loud it is. Okay, now this is also a very old bottle. Even when I was decluttering, I couldn't give anyone, this bottle because it is damaged. So this takes the number 9 spot. Is one of those fragrances from the house of Lattafa that I really do not care for anymore. Remember, we have been evolving, with Lattafa and all the other brands. A lot of releases have also made us know what we want and what really doesn't work for us. And the last one that takes the spot on number 9 is going to be Mahajan Silver. It just feels just like it looks. It's just a nice, watery, metallic fragrance inspired by Creed Silver Mountain Water. And it's just an okay summer scent. I actually use it more as a body mist than anything else. So this one is the last one that's going to take the number 9 spot. Now we move on to number 8. Okay, number 8 introduces Yaratus. Still have it. Don't know if you can, hear that. I still have it. It's still full. Okay, this incorporates a note of mango. It's supposed to be tropical, but again, it's just one of those that often gets buried in my collection. Spraying it initially, it was okay, but it didn't call me back. It has not managed to keep me coming back to it because it's okay. Maybe I expected more. I don't know. So this is on number 8 spot. Another one I'm putting at number 8, guys, is going to be Honor and Glory. This kind of gives me the same vibes I used to get from Ajaib, the black one. This whole clashing nose is supposed to be a pineapple in here and caramel and stuff, but it's sort of like a tug of war happening there. I let it sit. I was patient with it. There are moments that I like it in cold weather. It's okay, but sometimes it then starts to sort of like give me a push and pull and being all headachy to me. So not too crazy, guys, about Honor and Glory. The next one is a fragrance that I was absolutely crazy about, and I blame Lattafa for this one because I fell in love with another take to the same DNA that they did, okay, which is, I'm forgetting the name. I'm going to put it on the side of the screen. So this is an Abiad Rouge, very subtle interpretation of Baccarat Rouge, okay. Then they gave us like a sweeter, more rich in terms of sillage, same juice in a different bottle, and I fell in love with that. So that then just made this one become one of those that just sit in my collection pretty for memory's sake. So I'm putting this one, guys, at number 8. On the 7th spot, right, as I just put it back in this box, Dalal. This to me is okay. Okay, it's okay. I put it in the box and I said, if it means finding somebody who likes it, I am going to keep it away because it's just okay. Okay, I think it's a white and yellow floral or something like that, but it wasn't a fragrance that got me so excited where I felt, okay, I'm going to keep coming back to this fragrance. Oh, another one is going to be an honorable mention before I forget, because I've seen the bottle here and I know I still have the fragrance, because the last time I interacted with it, it had like this plate had sort of like fallen off. Caid Al Fassan, the white one, gets too buttery to my nose. Gonna put it at number 7. I wouldn't repurchase that fragrance. We had fun while we had it. It's still somewhere in my house somewhere. Another one I'm going to put at number 7, and this is probably going to break some hearts. I'll hum the second song. It is on my fragrance tray for the month of June. I am wearing it. It's not a fragrance that I would say, oh, it's completely bad, I don't know why I have it. No, I can't say that about the second song, but I guess it had somewhat of a competition because of the first one. It's not a flanker to this first one in terms of it sharing similarities. You know, I enjoy this one more than I do this, and honestly, it was one of those fragrances that I said, why? Because I was hoping I would love this fragrance, but unfortunately, it did not work for me. So second song is probably not going to make a second comeback in my collection. Another one that makes it to number 7 is going to be this one. I put it at number 7 because, again, it seems to be another twist, you know, to Baccarat Rouge, but this time leaning more towards PDM's Cullen. Some might get Instant Crush by Mancera. So I believe it's somewhat tweaked, you know, by Lattafa, but includes that BR540 DNA. So I'm just putting it here because of that. But otherwise, I really do enjoy this one. Maybe even the dent, okay, will speak for itself. I do enjoy it. It pulls a little bit masculine, but I've put it at number 7 because it feels as though it was just Lattafa giving us another twist to that Baccarat Rouge. On the 6th spot is Opulent Musk. This is not a bad fragrance. That is why I didn't let go of it even as I was decluttering. It is aromatic, not so much musky, but very aromatic, even a bit medicinal, with a sweet candy accord. Something, again, that I get in 540, I do get in this one. So this is on my number 6 spot. And then we have this one. Okay, this is Velvet Rose. It's a DNA. I don't know. I think there's just something wrong with these bottles, because this is the second one. Remember I showed you the first one? It was also being funny. So this is the second one. I just, you know, then this is a new fragrance. That's the, you know, that's the most disappointing part of it. But then again, it is what it is. We're going to try and yank it back, because if it ends up leaving my collection, I don't want to give it to somebody, you know, looking like this. Although I think this is pretty. Okay, so this is Velvet Rose. This is on the 6th position simply because it's that rose oud DNA, but it nails it on the rose. It's not a bad fragrance at all, but it is one of those DNAs that once you smell a rose and oud combo in woods, sometimes you cannot unsmell it. There is a little one I want to show you here. Oh yeah, it's this one, Queen of Arabia. This is a nice fragrance, guys. It's a creamy double dose of vanilla. I think it also has coconut. It's cut from the same cloth as Vanilla Powder by Material Premier, the regular one, not the intense that they introduced. But I do not care for the DNA overall. The one that I can tolerate is the Paris Corner one that I kept. I think it's Miel Vanilla. I think that one is a little bit doable. This one feels at par, and because I have an issue with the DNA, the original DNA, that's the reason why I have put this one on the number 6th spot. Moving on to number 5. Okay, so guys, I noticed that this video would take an eternity because there's so many fragrances that were still left for me to go through. So I'm going to leave this as part 1, and then I'm going to upload the second part of it from number 5 to my most favorite Lattafa. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today, and I will see you in part 2.